Local MPP Kevin Holland often makes it a point to mention that he's brought dozens of cabinet ministers from the Ford government to Thunder Bay. The NDP's Lise Vaugeois has taken notice of that. Holland said it again this past week when Labour Minister David Piccini was in the city.
I am happy to be joined here today by Minister Piccini for today's announcement. Minister Piccini represents the 47th minister's visit to Thunder Bay, and I believe his second or third himself personally. And I highlight that because I think it's really important to recognize, I think it really highlights our government's commitment to Northwestern Ontario in particular. So, and how important we value the North. So it's, I think it's really important to recognize that. And of course, with those visits comes a lot of investment. So that's always great to see.
Holland was the first progressive conservative elected in the Thunder Bay area in over 35 years. And he feels his position with the PC caucus has helped him bring a lot of government funding here. Vaugeois says she welcomes any cabinet minister who announces money to this area, but she says she'd like to see more meetings arranged with area First Nation leaders when those ministers come up to Thunder Bay.
It's certainly an impressive number of visits. Sometimes I'd appreciate an invitation to some of the events. Yeah, they're clearly very interested in the North, and we know they're very interested in accessing mines in the North. So I always, try to keep that in balance because we know that First Nations communities need to be consulted, and that hasn't been happening in all cases. So always my concern is that regardless of the number of visits here, that has to be front and center.